Hello students, and welcome to today's video titled Solving Problems by Finding Equivalent Ratios. If you could all find your Unit 3 packets, and in that packet, could you please turn to page 10? Although I don't often ask you to take notes during videos, I am going to ask that you take some notes today along with me. And if I get ahead of you, simply pause the video and catch up with me, and then you can certainly hit play again. So today we're going to do 3 examples, the first of which is on page 10, right here, example 1. So I'm going to slide this on up, and let's read it together. A county superintendent of highways is interested in the number of different types of vehicles that regularly travel within his county. In the month of August, a total of 192 registrations were purchased for cars and pickup trucks at the local Department of Motor Vehicles, that's the DMV. The DMV reported that in the month of August, for every 5 cars registered, there were 7 pickup trucks registered. So I've already highlighted some important information. First, you see this right here. For every 5 cars, there were 7 trucks. That, to me, is a ratio waiting to happen. The other important item I highlighted was that at the DMV, a total of 192 registrations were purchased. So let's go to the question down here. It says, make a tape diagram to determine how many cars and how many pickup trucks were registered in August. So we're going to get right into that. Now, you know, over the last couple of days, we've been talking about the tape diagram staying perfectly true to the ratio. And the ratio that I see here is that it's 5 cars and 7 pickup trucks. So we need to make a tape diagram that shows cars to trucks in the ratio 5 to 7. So I'm going to draw 5 boxes for cars, the best that I can freehand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then for trucks, I'm going to try to do the same size. I'll go out to 5, but I need 2 additional because I need 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So now I have my cars to trucks in a 5 to 7 ratio, okay? Now we're looking for how many cars and how many trucks were registered in August, and the piece of information that we haven't used yet is the total is 192. So we're going to take our tape diagram, and overall, the entire tape diagram, cars and trucks, there were 192 total registrations. Now, to figure out the number that goes inside each box, we simply divide 192 by how many boxes we have. We have 12 boxes because 5 plus 7 is 12. So if we take 192 registrations divided equally by 12 boxes, what will we get? Well, maybe you know that. Maybe you know what that is, or maybe you need to long divide. If we long divide, we will take 192 divided by 12. So 12 does not fit into 1, no. 12 fits into 19 just one time. 1 times 12 is 12. And when we subtract, we get 7. We'll float down the 2. And my golden stars especially know that 12 times 6 is 72, leaving us with 0 at the bottom. And so I'm going to go with 16 to fill each box. So 16 will get placed in every box that we see. And once we do that, the rest is pretty easy because now we can see the breakdown of how many cars we have and how many trucks we have. So let's talk about cars first. So we have 16 in 5 boxes. So we have to take 16 times 5 boxes. Well, 16 times 5 6 times 5 is 30, carry that 3. 5 times 1 plus 3 would be 80. So there will be 80 cars. Now for trucks, we have 16 in 7 boxes. So we'll have to take 16 times 7. 6 times 7 is 42, carry that 4. 7 times 1 plus 4 is 11. So 112 trucks. So let's write a sentence to finish off our problem. So, in August, there were, and you can word this however you want. In August, there were 80 cars and 112 trucks registered. And that'll be my final answer. Now, if you want to check it, you could certainly see if 80, let me bring that down. If 80 plus 112 makes 192. And I think it definitely does, because if you take 112 plus 80, we have a 2, we have a 9, and we have a 1. So that checks out. Beautiful. So a little tape diagram action there on a ratio of 5 to 7, a little given information, and we're able to whittle it down to exactly how many cars and exactly how many trucks were registered. Great. Let's try our next 2 examples. So if you turn the page to page 11, we'll finish off the video. We have example 2 and then example 3, and we'll be finished. Let's read example 2. Again, pause if I'm going too fast at any time. The superintendent of highways is further interested in the numbers of commercial vehicles that frequently use the county's highways. He obtains information from the Department of Motor Vehicles for the month of September. So now we're in a new month. We used to be in August, now we're in September. And finds that for every 14 passenger cars, there were 5 delivery trucks. If there were 108 more passenger cars than delivery trucks, how many of each type of vehicle frequently use the county's highways during the month of September? Okay, so let's highlight the really important information. First question, do we see a ratio of for every there were statement? I think we do. I see these 14 passenger cars here, and I see the for every in front of it. So for every 14 passenger cars, there were 5 delivery trucks. So immediately, my ratio is going to be 14 to 5. And that's, again, cars to trucks. Cars to trucks. Before it was pickup trucks, now it's delivery trucks. Okay. The only other number in the entire problem is the 108. So there's something going to happen about this 108, but we'll get to that in just a minute. First, let's get our tape diagram made in the ratio 14 to 5. Whoa, that's going to be a lot of boxes. Here we go. So cars to trucks. 14 boxes for cars. Here we go. Bear with me here. I hope I can fit them all in here. Coming across. I may have to make them kind of small. That's okay. Do the best that you can. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I believe that's 14. Double check me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Trucks will be much easier. I just need 5. That should do it. 1, 2. Oh, nope. 1 short. 1 more. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Now, where does this 108 come into play? Let's read this really, really carefully. It says, if there were 108 more cars, passenger cars, than trucks, then how many of each type were there? Let's read that again. If there were 108 more cars than trucks. So I don't want to put the 108 over the entire diagram. Like when I did that over here, that was because there were a total of 192 registrations altogether. This is just saying 108 more cars than trucks. So guess what that means? See where the cars or where the trucks actually leave off right here? See, that's kind of like the mark where the trucks stop and the cars keep going. There are 108 more cars than trucks. So your 108 only needs to get split up between these boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we take 108 divided by 9 boxes, Ava, can you go to the door and make sure everyone is silent, please? Sorry, it's you guys. It's my students coming in for lunch. Ava, can you shut the door and just let them in one by one, please? Everybody, I need you to be quiet. So back to this. So we're going to take 108 divided by 9 boxes. So let's long divide that. 9 into 108. Okay, 9 does not go into 1. 9 goes into 10 one time. 1 times 9 is 9. That's 1. Bring down the 8. And 9 goes into 18 2 times with a remainder of 0. So 12. So all of these get 12s. 12 all the way through. And that means everybody gets a 12, even the ones that are back here. Perfect. And now we can answer the final question. How many cars and how many trucks frequently use the highway during the month of September? Cars. Let's start with cars. Cars. Let's see. 12 times. How many boxes? Were there 14 there? So if I take 14 times 12, let's see. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 1 is 2. Then I put a 0 here and cross him out. 1 times 4 is 4, and 1 times 1 is 1. And I add straight down, 8, 6, 1. So I'm going to go with 168 cars. And for trucks, I'm going to take 12 times these 5 boxes, and 12 times 5, I know, is 60. So 60 trucks. So that'll be my final answer. There are 168 cars and 60 trucks. Now the question is, does my answer stay true to the problem? Well, let's see. Are there 108 more cars than trucks? Well, let's see. What's 60 plus 108? 8, 6, 1. Ta-da! It works. Okay. I think because the video is getting a little bit longer, and since example 3 is about almost exactly like example 2, I think we'll call it quits here. But what I'm going to ask you to do is try example 3 on your own, and then, of course, any mastery that is assigned during class. All right, thank you so much for watching. Keep making those tape diagrams, and happy trails to you.